All right. Well, I'm Shelley Borkowski, Double Diamond. I'm also under Amanda Pruitt's downline, and I got started about 2 years ago. If you guys can all just mute yourselves, that way I'm the only one talking. Um, so about 2 years ago, I got started, and it was a month after my son was born, and I just needed about $400 just so I could stay home with him and pay my car insurance. And I didn't think that I would even be able to make that with this company. When I first got started, I was just kind of like I needed something. So this ended up being my option, and I didn't do anything with the business for about 2 months because I was just afraid. I'm a yellow, so I was like, what are people going to think about me? And I didn't want to embarrass myself not knowing. So
You know the
about
rap thing that I'm doing?
Yeah.
The thing for...
There we go. Okay, so about 2 months in, I had my first party. It was my cousin. She was like, well, I really want to try this rap thing you're doing, so could you do me a party? And I'm like, oh, I guess. Like, I'm so nervous. So I ended up doing a party for her. I signed everybody there, and I didn't even have I just had the raps, and I just rapped the people, and I was like, really hoping that they worked because I had never even used one myself yet. So I put the wrap on everyone. We were all amazed together. And so once that happened, and I was like, I actually have these products that are amazing and I can really help these people and myself. I wanted to try them at that point. And that's where my business kind of just went. And I posted on social media, and then I started getting all this feedback from social media, and just ran from that point. And since then I've got 35,000 in bonuses, and about 90% of my team has come from Facebook. So my main business is from Facebook, and that's where we kind of differ here. Megan is an Instagram, and I'm not an Instagram runner. I still run my Instagram, but Facebook is definitely my jam. So now I'll let Megan kind of introduce herself, and we'll go into our topics from there.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Megan McGuire. I'm a double diamond, and I have my little sticky pie here with me, helping, because that's the great part about our business, right? We get to bring our kids to work with us, even when it's our living room. So I got started about 2.5 years ago. I had watched my sister Amber Tishio go diamond in 3 months and get her $10,000 bonus. And while she was doing that, I told her, hey, I'm really happy that that works for you, but I would rather die than do that. I will never join you. I will never do it. I'm a really huge introvert, and I'm very green, and I just did not see myself doing that in any way, shape, or form. It was so far out of my realm of possibilities. But this little guy came along, and I instantly changed my mind. I signed up in the hospital the morning after he was born while he was waiting in the NICU for me. I got on board. So because I'm such a huge introvert, and because I had a newborn baby at home, I ran my business from the beginning exclusively through Instagram. So I totally, knocked it out of the park with that Instagram, promoted to Double Diamond pretty much exclusively without ever throwing an in-person wrap party. I've done a few events and expos and parties since then, but from the beginning, I wasn't able to party because I had such a small baby and I was so shy, and I just didn't think I could do it. So I've earned over $45,000 in bonuses. So I'm super excited that the bonuses came back, because we are proof that you can actually earn them. So when we tell you, run for those bonuses, go get them, it's because we've done it and we know it's possible. So I'm very excited about this Zoom, because Shelley and I have two totally different ways of running our businesses, even though our personalities are pretty similar. So I know that each of you are going to be able to find something that you can connect with and integrate it into your own business. So I'm going to just dive right in. I have my notes because I want to make sure I hit everything while my child is distracting me. So there's pretty much 4 main topics that I'm going to be touching on throughout this Zoom, and Shelley is going to be helping me with each of those topics. But the first one is content. The second one is followers or friends. The third is engagement, and the fourth is asking. So the first one, content. Okay, for Instagram, content is super, super important. Quality content is everything because it's pictures, right? Pictures and text. Now, there are so many It Works distributors and distributors for other companies on Instagram that your content has to stand out. So it has to be genuine. It has to be bright. It has to be colorful. It has to be clear. You have to show people through your content that you are different from other distributors. So posting a lot of corporate pictures, a lot of copy and paste from other distributors, those kind of things are not going to convey that you're a genuine person. Those kind of things are going to convey that you are purely an It Works distributor. So what you need to do is find your niche. And by that, I mean, find something that you are passionate about in your real life. And that should be something that other people can connect with. So for me, when I started, it was newborn babies, breastfeeding, co-sleeping, things along those lines. And that is what I posted a lot of. That was my niche. So my Instagram kind of exemplified those things in general, and people were able to relate to me and feel like they had known me for a long time. So that is how you build relationships through that content. Also, up until going double diamond, I was posting a before and after every single day. So you want to make sure that you are doing that. Right now, they need to be corporate approved before and afters, but you can put an extra border around it so that it's genuine and unique to your page so that it's different from what other people are posting. And make sure that you are dripping. So if you don't know that term, go to your training page. I'm sure there's a video by Amanda Pruitt on how to drip and do that into all of your business posts. And consistency. That is the big thing with content. You have to be posting consistently. I have people come to me all the time who have posted for a week and tell me that they are sad that they haven't signed anyone. Posting for a week is not being consistent, okay? You have to be consistently excited and consistently consistent for an extended period of time because people are watching you and waiting for you to say, okay, I threw in the towel. I was just joking about that. Okay, they want to know that you are the distributor that is going to stand the test of time, that is going to be around, that knows how to coach, that knows the products, that uses the products, that lives and breathes this life. Those are the distributors that they're going to gravitate to. I think that's all I've got. So Shelley, you can hit on that topic now.
Okay, so I got for content, like Megan said, people are drawn to pretty things. So Instagram, I think that your pictures, like that, they have to draw somebody in. You're literally just looking at the pictures. But with Facebook, you're more likely to read that caption with the picture because the caption is up front. So what you want to do is take a little more time and make your caption tell a story. So I like to start with like the where I am, where I was, where I am now, and where I'm going, and make it tell a story. Like how when we start off telling our story in the beginning of our Zoom, like we were both single mom, or not single moms, we were both new moms, and we needed a little money, and then we were paying, we would sell a wrap and we would get gas money. Like, be relatable with those things. You can't just say, oh, we just earned a $35,000 bonus. And I mean, you want to post those things and show them, but you got to be relatable in your journey too, with showing that you're taking your husband out for a date night because you sold a box of wraps, or that you're buying your kid a pack of diapers. And just freeing up your time that you get to spend with your husband and show those things that you relate with, because millionaires aren't relatable. And showing pretty pictures. So I always add a filter to my picture normally, even if it's just brightening it up a little bit. You just want to really show the emotion through your pictures too. Facebook, personal content. Where are your goings? Oh, and switch it up from time to time too, because like when I first started, we didn't all know how to post, but every once in a while, those like emoji posts that have all those crazy emojis in them, I don't normally do those, but I'll do them every once in a while, and I get different potentials. Like I'll get reds attracted to money posts, or I'll get yellows attracted to those deep emotional posts. So if you just switch it up a little bit, you're going to be attracting your different audience through your content. And I think that's all about I had for content.
Okay, perfect. I really loved that you said that millionaires are not relatable, because it's so true. I get people asking me all the time, well, I can't sign anyone because I haven't had the success that you've had. And guys, that is so backwards. Your thinking is wrong, okay? Because I signed those people before I promoted. And to be honest, since promoting, it is more difficult to sign distributors because people don't believe $45,000 in bonuses. People can't grasp that concept. So what you need to be talking about is what will happen. Your belief and that hope that it will come true is much more convincing than what has already happened. So speak life into your posts, speak life into your pictures, and you're going to sign people way faster. So the next topic is followers. Okay. So especially for Instagram, new eyes on your page daily is crucial. Okay. No excuses. You have to be building those followers. Okay. If you are posting the absolute best content, like rockstar content, best pictures ever, no denying it, you should be an ambassador. If you have 500 people following you, your posts aren't being seen, okay? You need to at least be at 1,500 active, engaging followers, okay? Content means nothing if you don't have anyone looking at it. So you need to be building those eyes seeing your posts on a daily basis. So how to find people. This goes back to the niche that I was talking about. You want to find people who are like-minded to you so that you are more relatable and personable to them. So whatever it is that your niche is, try to find people that can relate to that. So what I've done is search through hashtags that are not super common and not super obvious to an It Works distributor, because if you search through like breast is best hashtags, those people are already inundated by It Works distributors. Okay. So you don't want to search something like that. You want to search something that is, more obscure, but still people use it, because that way you can follow people that are similar in your interest. I also like following local people through local hashtags. So for example, I have a zoo that's right down the street from me. So I will search the hashtag for that zoo and find pictures of moms taking their kids to the zoo, because I know that they're local to me. I know that they're relatable. They're in my same age group. We have similar age children. We can be relatable in that way. So find followers that you can connect with, and make sure that you're unfollowing the people who are not following you back, and keeping those two numbers of following and followers pretty similar, because if your numbers are totally off, then that screams It Works distributor.
Okay, so in my case, it would be friends. Just as Megan said, I love that if you're not getting new eyes your content means nothing. So you have to always, even with Facebook, you have to be increasing who is seeing your content. So what I like to do, especially because I'm in a new area, I just recently moved back to Florida from Ohio. So what I like to do is I go in my search bar and I search local places, just like it would be on Instagram, except for not a hashtag, just search for places. Like I like to search local salons or parks in the area or amusement parks. And then people who have uploaded pictures for that area, or they have liked the salon or such, I'll go through and just friend those people from those. And then let's see, new friends, your warm market. So your warm market versus your cold market is kind of, I like to say anybody on your Facebook is your warm market, because you are connecting with them and you have built a relationship with them. If they have accepted your friend request, they are officially in your warm market because you are friends with them. So you always have to be expanding your warm market. Now, so I'm not an Instagram crazy person, like I said, but I know what I'm good at on Instagram, and what I'm good at is getting the people from Instagram to my Facebook, and that's when I can sign them. I'm just not, I don't know exactly. I just don't have the, I guess, what am I trying to say? I don't know, I'm just not an Instagram signer. So I know if I can get them over to Facebook, I can sign them and I can build that relationship. So that's what I'm good at, and that's what I do. If I have been building that relationship on Instagram for about a week, I'll just kind of message them and be like, you know what, we have a lot of similarities. Do you care if I friend you on Facebook? And then just kind of build the relationship from there. I also ask moms at the park. This is my big thing I've been doing. We go to the park like every other day, me and my son. So that way, whoever he's playing with, I'm like, oh my gosh, your kid plays so well with my son. Do you care if I friend you on Facebook and we can get them together another time? So they're going to be seeing my product posts and my business posts from there. I go to my friends list, and then I go to their friends and I friend 5 people from there, and then I'll just keep going and going. So that keeps adding to my friends list too. And then also, I'll go to people that I'm trying to build a relationship with, and I'll go up top. There's a little button that says follow, and you can hit see first or default on there. And so that person's posts are going to pop up at the top of your feed so that you can interact with them more. I also do Facebook lists to where I can put people in categories. I have all my loyal customers in a category. I have all my distributors in a category, and my potential loyal customers. So that way I can just go, I have power hours at the end of the night with myself, and I'll just go to those categories, and I'll make sure I'm engaging with each category for an hour. So because if you're not engaging, they're not going to see your post. So the more you engage with that person, the more they're going to see your post pop up on Facebook, because that's the way the algorithms are meant. See, I also unfollow people too. So when I go through and I click and follow people, if there's people that I'm not really, if I'm like, oh, I don't want to block this person, I don't want them to know I unfriended them, but you just unfollow them and you won't ever see their posts anymore. So that's about all I have on followers. You can go on to engagement, Megan.
Okay. Also, one thing, I know you're Facebook, you're the Facebook queen, but there's one thing that I've been doing on Facebook lately, and that's going to a neighborhood community chat group. And I've made a post in there and said, like, hey, are there any other moms with little kids that want to do like a walking get together or something like that? Mommy! It's okay. You can stay with me. And so they add me as friends on Facebook, and obviously they see everything, and I'm local to them, so we will eventually be able to hook up. Okay, so going into engagement, you talked about it a little bit. Oh, you want to add to that?
Oh, I was just gonna ask, do you kind of like, do you bring them into a message from there if you make that post, or what do you do from there?
Yes.
I've been wanting
Okay.
to do that too.
Yeah. So it was actually really successful. I've added probably like 40 moms from this post. And um, it was a very short post. I was just like, hey, I'm a stay-at-home mom, new to the area. Are there any other moms in the area? So I had a bunch of people comment on it, and I never commented on the post. I would send each of them an individual message and be like, hey, I saw that you commented on my post. Oh my gosh, your kid is the same age as mine. Or, oh, so many little ones. Oh my gosh, I saw their picture. They're so cute. Or what do you guys do for fun? You guys seem awesome. I send them a friend request right then and there so that we can easily message and no one thinks twice about it. They just think
I
that I'm
love it.
a nice mom that wants friends, when really I'm super introverted and normally I don't want friends. But for business purposes, I'll make some friends.
I love it.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Also, I've been meeting up with moms from that same post. One of the moms had said that she takes her daughter to the local library that's in our community. So I've been going to these local library, like toddler readings or toddler playtime or whatever. And so when I get there, I do that same thing that you're doing at the park. I'm saying, oh, your little boy plays so nicely with my little boy. Let's connect on Facebook so that we can, know when we're both going to the library next time. So I've been building that way too. So dabbling a little in the Facebook world. Okay, so engagement. Engagement is super important for both Facebook and Instagram, because if you're not building relationships with people, you have no right to talk to them about the business. Come sit with me so that you're not whining. You have to be able to bridge that gap, build that trust. Now, okay, some people think that that means becoming best friends with someone, but that's not what we're talking about. Becoming best friends with a whole bunch of people online is not necessarily an IPA, because you can't put all of your eggs into one basket. And that's what you're doing if you try to become best friends with someone. Now, sure, make friends if you really, really connect with someone, but don't think of that as what you need to be doing on a regular basis with everyone. So building a relationship, as far as earning the right to talk to them about the business, is liking their pictures, commenting on their pictures, asking them questions, engaging with them in that way. You can turn on your post notifications for that so that you see when they're posting. But honestly, I have so many people that I'm following up with on a regular basis. I don't do that. It inundates my phone. It overwhelms me. So I keep a running list that's on paper of people that I want to follow up with. So at the end of the day, I'll just run through the list, see if they've made any posts recently, and comment as often as I can. Because when you are liking and commenting on other people's things, they are more likely to go back to your page to engage on something that you've said. So if you're giving them compliments, they're going to come back to your page and give you compliments. That's typically how people work. Also, for engagement, you want to be posting questions on your own page, asking for people's advice and opinions. People love talking about themselves. So anytime you can ask a question that is about someone else, people will jump to it. They want to be able to talk about themselves. They want to be able to tell you their opinion. So I will post questions on things I already know the answer to. I'm an expert in most of these things I post about. I don't need other people's advice, but I know it's a topic that people are interested in, that people have opinions on, and that they will comment. So I do make those posts so that they have a reason to engage with me. So, Shelley.
That's kind of the same thing for Facebook. The questions, people love to give their opinions out, so I try to ask opinionated questions. Nothing too crazy to start arguments, but just their view on something. And then let's see what I got here. So I kind of touched on like Facebook's algorithms is the more you are conversating with somebody, the more they are going to see your posts, the more you're going to see your posts. So you don't want to be, like I said, with the the categories. So if you're only commenting on a bunch of your distributors' posts, that's all that's going to keep coming up in your feed. So you're just going to be interacting with all these distributors, and you're not going to be building relationships with your potentials. So you need to make sure that you are setting a list and knowing who you're interacting with that day. That's why I like to do the power hours. That way I know I have this focused time to interact with my potentials. And then they're going to see my posts more too. And same as like I said, I go into my friends list and I friend 5 of their friends. You don't want to like go in and friend their whole friends list, because then they're just going to think you're crazy. But the more mutuals you have with that person, it's connecting you, and the more that their friends are going to see your post too. So the more mutuals you have friends with people, it's going to connect those algorithms, and they're going to see your post more too.
Yes, just make sure that your mutual friends are not It Works distributors.
Yes.
They have to be someone outside of our It Works distributor circles.
Yes. When I first started, I went down my whole mutual, that little category, and the suggested friends, and would friend a ton of people from there. Now that I have so many It Works friends, I recommend you don't even go in that suggested category, because you'll start being friends with like people from Texas that are in your downlines friends, and then just it gets weird and crazy. So that's why I go to my friends and suggest from there, or friend from there. Let's see what I got. Oh, we're on engagement. Okay, so then about the asking questions too, ask questions on your page, but also when you're commenting on somebody's picture, it's important not to just be like, hey, I love this picture, or hey, that's cute, or hey, whatever. Give a compliment, but also ask a question like, hey, I love that shirt, where did you get it? Or your lipstick color is so cute, what's the color? So that way you're starting a conversation, and they're conversating back with you. Activity log is a really good one that I've been doing. If you go to your main Facebook page, your profile, you can click on your activity log right in the right-hand side, and you can filter out anybody who has sent you friend requests in the past or accepted your friend request, and you can go straight to their page from there and make sure that you're interacting with those people that have sent you requests, or you can even look back and see who has commented on your post or liked your post in the past 24 hours. I like to go through, because a lot of times with all of our notifications, I miss when people comment or something. So I like to go back through and just make sure I'm interacting with those that are on my activity log too. That's about all I have for engagement.
Great, those are good points. Okay, so the last topic that we have is asking. And this is the big topic that we've been talking about since the beginning of the year, that posting is not the same as asking. Even if you ask a question in your post, it's not the same. So don't assume that your amazing posts are going to bring people to your inbox and bring people to your messages and then saying, hey, I love that post, I want to do this with you. Okay, it does happen sometimes, but I'm not banking on that. That's not where I put my eggs into that basket. I have to be the one who is being the asker, okay? I'm not going to assume that people are coming to me and asking. So once I have built that relationship with them, I know a little bit about them. I know who they are. I know if they have kids. I know what they like. I've established something about that, because the most annoying thing ever is those It Works distributors who inbox you not even knowing that you're a double diamond, and they want you to be a product tester for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it's not right. So once you know a little bit about them, send them a message. Okay, I got to double diamond by sending DMs to every single person every single day. I was messaging everyone. I was a messaging crazy fool, okay? But that's what you have to do in order to get those yeses and those nos, because those nos are going to get you closer to those yeses. So you have to be sending those messages. So keep in mind when you're really, really scared and you're thinking back and saying, you know, I hate that girl, Megan, because I don't want to send these messages. I am so scared. Remember, remember that I may be following the same people that you're following. And if you're not asking them, I'm going to be asking them. Okay. And it's the same with it's the same with other It Works distributors. Okay. You don't know who is following your potentials, but there could be a rock star distributor that is following them too, and they are going to get to that inbox before you do. And then all of the groundwork that you've laid with that engagement and building that relationship and that amazing content, it's all going to go to waste when someone else signs them and you end up having to block them. Okay, so make sure that you are the one who is getting into their inbox in a genuine way. We have tons of videos on how you can send someone a message through DM. So I don't think we have to delve into it deeply, but I do the same thing that Genevieve Sykes does. I compliment them, I engage them with something, and then I'll be like, hey, you know, I don't know if you've ever thought about doing this with me, but we have, you know, these amazing bonuses, and I don't know if you've ever thought about getting extra income, but I think you'd be amazing at this, or, you know, I think it would be so much fun to have you doing this with me because we're so similar and I did this. But just make it about them and not you. That is the most important part. You don't want them to feel like you just want them on your team so that you can make a $100 fast start bonus. Okay. It never should be about them joining your team. It should always be about what this can do for their family because it's done X, Y, and Z for your family, or X, Y, and Z for your leader's family. Something like that. Shelley.
So it's about the same on Facebook. Make it about them. Give them compliments. Tell them a little bit about what it has done for you and what it could do for them. And like, I was afraid. Well, I guess when I first started, I actually messaged every single person in my Facebook list. I just went down the whole thing and I started with a script, and then I kind of personalized it for each person. And I messaged every single person and I just let them know, like, hey, I don't know if you've seen these belly pictures I've been posting lately, but is this something, I didn't think it could take off, you know, like it has, but my team is rocking this. And is this something you might be interested in? And just sent it to every single person. And now I don't use a script anymore. We kind of make our own as we go, as it pertains to that person. But usually I will start off with like, hey, this might be random, or I know this is totally off the wall, but I just have to ask. So that way it doesn't seem like you just sent a message to 10 other people right before them, but they're personal for them. And so I want to touch on follow-up also, because Facebook is a huge, I guess Instagram is too, but Facebook is all about the follow-up. And it doesn't always, I know follow-up kind of scares people because they don't want to ask them every single week, hey, are you going to order today? Hey, it's Friday. I know you got paid. Are you going to order today? So I like to just follow up with like, hey, Megan, I know your son was sick this week. How's he feeling? Is he getting better? And that can be a follow-up. You're building that relationship, and that conversation might even end up leading to, like Megan saying, I know I haven't forgot about you. My son has been crazy sick, but I do want to place this order today. So follow-up doesn't always have to be asking if they're ready to order. Try and build that relationship too. And like she said, if you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no until somebody else does, because it will happen. I've had it happen multiple times. I'm like, wait, what? She's a distributor? And it's not on my team, you know? So you just have to ask. That's the number one biggest thing. One of our points tonight is asking. And I just wanted to leave with, like, stick with what you're good at. And I don't always mean like just delete your Instagram account and be all in on Facebook, but I know I'm good at Facebook. Like I said, I bring my Instagram people over to Facebook. So if you know what you're good at, lead with that and bring those other points in with it. Like my all my parties I do, I friend everybody on Facebook. All my events, I try to get everybody onto Facebook. So I know Facebook is where my niche is. So you got to learn how to bring all of your other stuff into what you know you're good at. You have anything else to say, Megan?
Yeah, I was just gonna add that. Yeah, stick with what you know, stick with what you're good at, and make sure that you are also utilizing every avenue. So the reason that I say that is because if you are not completing your steps to success every single month, then what you think you're good at is not really working for you and you need to perfect it. So even if you are comfortable with something, but you're not completing your steps to success, then you're not doing what needs to be done for your business, because you have to be completing your steps to success every single month. So whether it looks like, changing something up on your Instagram or posting more on Facebook or getting new followers, whatever it is, you just need to make sure that you are completing those steps to success every month, because you will never get the bonuses if you can't do that and teach your team to do the same. So that is your goal every month. Super important. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm just super excited that we got to have this Zoom together, and because we're so similar and yet so different, and everything that you said is like, yes, that makes total sense, but so many people are just not doing it. And so that is the exciting thing, that you guys know you have your hands on something that is big and that can work so well and is so incredibly easy. We're doing this literally from our phones and our computers every single day. And that's just, it blows my mind, because residual income, when you get there, totally rocks. So
Yes. Well, thank you, Megan, for jumping on with me. Thanks
You're
for everyone
welcome.
for being here. We'll have to do this again sometime.
Absolutely. Bye, guys.
Thanks. Bye.